Seven days ago, a 20-year-old man shot and killed 20 children and 6 adults in a Connecticut elementary school. He also killed his mother. What can turn a human being from son, brother, friend into a mass killer? Hard questions about the root of violence are being asked, putting guns and violent entertainment in the spotlight.
We have blood-soaked films out there, like American Psycho, Natural Born Killers, and then they all have the nerve to call it entertainment.
We know this is a complex issue that stirs deeply held passions and political divides. We're going to need to look more closely at a culture that all too often glorifies guns and violence.
The Brady Law required background checks for gun sales by licensed gun dealers, but 40% of gun sales in this country are done by private sellers. There's no background check, no questions asked.
In the video age, everybody wants to be what they see on the screen.
The gun is clearly a vehicle, but it's not the fuel. The behavior behind that is the fuel.
President Obama calling for background checks on all gun buyers this week and a ban to keep military-style guns off the street. Jason Bellini reports on the AR-15, one of the most popular rifles in America and one in the crosshairs of the gun debate.
The Bushmaster AR-15, a rifle similar to the one in this 3D model, was the weapon used according to police in the Newtown killings. A similar model was used by the alleged shooter in the July massacre of 13 people in Aurora, Colorado. It's the semi-automatic civilian version of the M16 and M4 rifles used by the U.S. military, which uses automatic rifles. Because of their color, they're ominously referred to as black guns. At the front of the muzzle is a flash guard. It helps reduce the glare of the bright blast when the weapon fires. Behind it, the adjustable sight and a hand guard. It also has another feature common to assault weapons, the pistol grip, used for control when firing a large number of rounds. A single pull of the trigger is required to fire each bullet.
To watch Jason's entire piece, click the link on the side, and we want to hear from you. Do you think retailers like Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods should sell these guns? Let us know in the comments below. The NRA promising meaningful contributions to make sure a massacre like the one in Sandy Hook never happens again.
I call on Congress today to act immediately to appropriate whatever is necessary to put armed police officers in every single school in this nation. Since when did the gun automatically become a bad word?
Here's a look at how the organization became the political powerhouse that it is today.
In 1983, Reagan became the first American president to address the NRA.
It's a nasty truth, but those who seek to inflict harm are not fazed by gun control laws.
In the mid-1980s, the organization aggressively courted new members.
You can become a part of this great heritage simply by calling now.
But despite their growing power, in 1993, Congress passed, over NRA objections, the Brady Act, requiring federal background checks on firearm purchases. The group also opposed the assault weapons ban, which the president signed the following year. In 2000, NRA president and former actor Charleston Heston vowed then-presidential candidate Al Gore could only take his Second Amendment rights
from my cold, dead hands.
For more on the NRA, click the link on the side. Violent movies, video games like Call of Duty are under heightened scrutiny now. Our director of programming for WSJ YouTube is a longtime fan of violent entertainment, but he's wrestling with his feelings now about the medium. State your credentials first. You love violent entertainment. What do you mean by that?
I don't shy away from art, be it, books, be it movies, be it some cases video games or television, where violence is an integral part of the story. Like
your favorite movies are in the violent nature?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this past year, one of my favorite action movies, this Asian film called The Raid, which is one of the most violent movies I've ever seen, but it was also, with the audience I saw it with, one of the most exciting movies I've ever seen. But I also recognize that it's totally not for everyone, and my ability to discern real from fake is, why I can actually enjoy it.
More from Marshall in the full piece. And let us know whether you think violent media is being unjustly scrutinized in the comments below. What do you do if a gunman is loose in a mall or a college campus? Are you prepared to react? Some guidance now that could help save your life.
What do we do when somebody enters the room shooting? Let's go! We need to take our own personal safety seriously. When we travel, when we shop, wherever we are, everyone's aware that there is a risk, there is a danger. Recently, we did an active shooter training from the UC Davis Police Department that actually illustrates and demonstrates what an active shooter situation can feel like. And their goal is for students, faculty, and staff to have a sense of their natural instinct or their natural response.
You with the hat! You with the hat! Should preparedness courses be required for all workplaces and schools? Let us know what you think, and you can watch the full piece by clicking on the side. After a week of mourning the Sandy Hook tragedy, we leave you now with a look at some of the tributes created in memory of the victims.
And even though it all went wrong, I stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
I just want the people in Connecticut to know that we do not take what you're going through lightly, and we are thinking about you here a lot, all of us, even though we're at a concert.